Hello everyone, I am redoing this one because I absolutely love this game and for some reason the video was not working. So I already kind of know what's going on, unfortunately. Just a little bit more. This is accidentally, this will be an hour and a half video. This is a lot of me reading. I do not, this is on Steam. This is a demo, but it is an hour and a half. It is really, really good. I absolutely loved it. That's why I'm redoing this video for you guys, because I love this game. I cannot wait to play the full thing. And I think a lot of people who like mysteries, who like Clue, who like Who Did It, who like supernatural stuff, things that don't quite make sense, will enjoy this one. That's the type of game this is. And unfortunately, I do have to play this again, so I do know what's going on. But I hope you all enjoy this as much as I did. And hopefully, maybe we'll get something new. I don't know. Some things leave a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. Shadows of the past that follow me like footprints. Each time those erasable memories resurface, I press on, determined to write a new story over them. It's gotten late. I should head back now. A sudden downpour crashes down, thick mist blooming over the road, distorting everything in sight. Darn, so much for the weather forecast. Had I known, I would have driven. Wait a second, where am I? Don't tell me I've gotten lost. I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake. Even I find that hard to believe. This is ridiculous, but I can't let a little bad weather throw me off. Stay calm. Keep moving. Skelching through the muddy ground, I finally reach the roadside. I raise my hand, hoping to hitch a ride. It's a long shot. There hasn't been a single passing car. But then, headlights cut through the fog. A car horn blares. Honk honk! Hello, sir. Would you mind giving me a lift? At last! You finally appeared. Ooh. Of course. Please get in. I'll take you to where you need to go. His face hidden in shadow, but his eyes fixed squarely on me. His shoulder is overly polite. His gaze cold. Is it really safe to get into this car? Something feels wrong. But in this situation, what choice do I have? Honestly, I would not. I mean, I am female, so getting into a stranger's car has been not something that we do anymore. No one hitchhikes anymore. I think they still do it. I see it occasionally out here. So I think it still happens, but it's definitely not safe to do. Once I give him my destination, the man starts driving, as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Sorry, I got your seat wet. The man in a doctor's coat. It's no trouble. Clothes were destined to get soaked in this kind of weather anyway. You've had a rough evening. How would you know? I wasn't expecting rain and didn't bring an umbrella. I really appreciate this. You've done me a great kindness. The man in a doctor's coat. It must be the will of the Lord. A man in a doctor's coat. Now that I think of it, there should be a handkerchief in the glove compartment. It's not the cleanest, but if you need it, please use it. I love this art style. This black and white. Oh, what's that movie called? Where it was like black and white, but it was like comic book like, but it was kind of also like live action. It kind of reminds me of that. The music's really good too. Thank you. Inside the glove department are a number of personal items. A glasses case, a hat, a handkerchief, a blanket, a first aid kit, and more. I take the handkerchief and quietly dab it at the moisture. Still, my underclothes are soaked through. The discomfort lingers. Meanwhile, the man keeps driving, unfazed by the storm. So we have choices. This is kind of the gameplay element of the story. You get choices, and that's what outcomes you get. I don't know if everything is linear or if there is, like, if it's a little bit random or not. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. So our choices are stay silent. Would you mind turning on the radio? You drive impressively well. The world still feels warm. You seem very prepared. The glove box says a lot. Do you live around here? Let's ask, do you live around here? Pardon me, sir. Wait, do you live nearby? I'd hate for you to go out of your way in this weather. The man in the doctor's coat. No, our routes just happen to align. No trouble at all. He offers only what's necessary, no more, no less, which that's fair. Through the rhythm of the rain beating against the windows, a sound creeps in. A low, ominous, almost like a whisper, buried in the storm. I know instinctively this isn't just a noise. Something terrible is happening. I meet the man's eyes. The air in the car suddenly feels heavy. Too heavy. I think I heard something. I can't say I like the sounds of it. Wait here. I'll go check. He grabs an umbrella and steps out into the storm. The rain continues its relentless assault on the car. He returns shortly after, his expression clouded with a mix of frustration and concern. Man in the doctor's coat. I'm afraid the road's been blocked by a landslide. That rain must have triggered it. Quite the unfortunate turn. It'd be wiser to find shelter for the night. Driving in this kind of weather could lead to a serious accident. Carefully gripping the wheel again, the man slows down, his eyes scanning the roadside, drifting towards a dense forest beside us. And then, through the curtain of rain, a building emerges. God, emerges. Emerges. Yeah, kind of. Hidden among the trees, an old mansion slowly reveals itself. He stops the car and looks at me. The man in the doctor's coat. Looks like an old villa, but the lights are on. Someone's home. Let's see if they're willing to help us. Knock, knock. He knocks at the door. No response. Then, with a low creak, the heavy door swings open. No sound of a lock turning. A frail-looking woman. Hello. What brings you here on a night like this? A man in the doctor's coat. Forgive us for the sudden visit, madam. The storm blocked the road, and we had no choice but to seek help. If you have a spare room, we'd be grateful to spend the night. Frail-looking woman. Oh, please come in. The woman, delicate in appearance, lets us in without hesitation. Frail-looking woman. I wasn't expecting visitors, so I'm afraid I'm a bit unprepared. Again, we have choices. No need to worry, madam. If you don't mind me asking, do you live out here alone? You don't lock your front door. Quietly look around the house. Information might be good. She looks like she's dressed in like a nightgown, so let's see if she's here alone. If you don't mind me asking, do you live out here alone? It's just so quiet in places like this. Sometimes something else finds you before the loneliness does. Frail-looking woman. It used to be our vacation home. My husband's in mind. But now, it's just me. The frail-looking woman. I won't lie, of course. It gets lonely. But there's still so much of him in this house. I keep myself busy. No time to feel alone. I didn't mean to pry. I'm sorry about that. You don't lock your front door. You don't lock your front door? In a remote place like this, it might not be safe. A frail-looking woman. I wasn't expecting anyone. Fair looking woman. But sometimes knowing no one will come can be the most reassuring thing of all. There's rarely any danger. Except when it rains, apparently. The man in the doctor's coat. Still, I suggest you lock it at night. Out here, unpredictable things can happen easily. Her eyes flicker with unease. Is she hiding something? No need to worry. Let's look around. The mansion still bears traces of former elegance, but the shadows settle in its corners that the light doesn't reach. A thin layer of dust clings to old furniture. At the end of the hallway, where no one seems to tread, faint whispers or footsteps echo every now and then. The portraits on the walls feel too lifelike, as if their eyes had just blinked before I looked. They won't stop watching. Fair-looking woman. Please, this way. There's a room where you could rest. I'll bring some hot tea. Before she finishes her sentence, thud! The front door flies open with a crash. Cold air and rain burst inside. Heavy wet footsteps stamp across the floor. Sharp-eyed woman. Darn it! And this weather's hell. Plans ruined, clothes soaked. Sharp-eyed woman. Wait, what the? Thought this place was empty. Guess the rats beat me to it. She glares at me and then the man beside me, sharp as a blade. Her eyes soften as she notices the trembling woman. Are you the owner? Sharp-eyed woman asked. Well, I've gotten nowhere to go and I'm soaked through. Let me crash here for the night. Okay, entitled. And just so we're clear, if you say no, that's on you. Got it? A second pair of footsteps follows. A man steps in, calmly adjusting his wet coat. Suspicious looking man. Oh, what a rare gathering. Seems like this old mansion is quite the host tonight. Suspicious looking man. If this is a warm reunion, might I join in? Shaking off a tail is always tense work. One gets so bored. Ha! You are being followed? Frail looking woman. Oh yes. Yes, I'm the owner. There are extra rooms. Yes. I'll get them ready so you can rest comfortably. The frail woman gives a nervous smile, glancing anxiously at me and Solemn? How do I know that? I have yet to ask. Who? I'm assuming this is the doctor that came with me, but I don't know that. We haven't done names yet. I don't know. Usually it's like doctor and then name, but this is just Solemn. Solemn? I don't know. Frail looking woman. You two don't mind, do you? I hope you can all stay warm tonight. The man in the doctor's coat. I guess. I don't know. I thought that was solemn, but apparently that hasn't changed. We're grateful, regardless of the circumstances. Frail looking woman. Oh, right. I'll bring some towels. Dry towels. Just a moment. The woman leaves quietly. Her footsteps vanish almost instantly. No sound at all. A short silence follows. The suspicious looking man eyes the portrait in the corner. Look, man. The subject in this painting has living eyes. Don't you think? Quite strange, isn't it? I still don't like the way he says that. Living eyes. So he feels it too, because I made that comment too when I was observing the room, that the paintings looked like they were following me. Was that directed at me? I mean, I had thought of it too, so I guess that's not too weird. But it's weird that he also felt that way. Before I can respond, the woman returns through the now shut door. Her hands tremble ever so slightly. The two soaked intruders begin to dry off with the towels, finally able to regain some composure. Frail looking woman. It's just about dinner time. Let me prepare you something for you. Tonight, I have a very special recipe. How you're having dinner? You didn't expect anybody. You must be famished. I suppose I got a bit carried away. Once I started prepping things, it all added up. It's been so long since I shared a meal with someone. Explore the dining room, sit at the table. Let's explore. There's a Last Supper painting behind there. The dining room feels cozy at a glance. The warmth of the fireplace, flickering candlelight, everything seems carefully arranged, like a set piece on a stage. Frail-looking woman, I'm glad I had time to clean this place up in advance. Examine the table. On the long table, silver utensils are arranged at every seat. They glint softly at the candlelight. But what draws the eye is the flowerless vase in the center. No stems, no arrangement, just there, as if it exists only to be noticed. Sharp-eyed woman, seriously? No flowers? What kind of setup is this? You call this prepared? Ugh, what a joke. Frail-looking woman, the flowers used to be there, withered long ago. After that, I never replaced them. There wasn't much reason to. And with food. The foods look exquisite. From the appetizers to dessert, each item is artfully represented. Steam rises from the soup, butter melts over warm bread, and the scent of roasted meat wafts through the thick air. But the smell is too strong, almost unnatural, like something carefully constructed to mimic delicious. Delicious, huh? How does that? What is? That's kind of a weird thing to say. To mimic delicious. Frail-looking woman. I just finished making dinner. I always cook too much and eat too little. But now, thanks to you all, nothing would go to waste. Let's examine the appetizers. The appetizers include a warm onion soup and a fresh salad. The soup seems gently topped with crisp golden croutons. The salad gleams with fresh greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, enough to stir the appetite. Huh. Actually, I'm starting to feel hungry. Let's look at the main course. A golden roasted chicken sits in the center of the table, its skin glistening. Hints of herbs and lemon rise from it. A rich and aromatic, delicious looking man. That's quite an exquisite bird. I can only imagine how heavenly it tastes. It feels like a meal one wouldn't soon forget. Very strange. Even the second time going through this, the words that they use are very strange. Frail-looking woman, I hope so. I truly do hope. It leaves a lasting impression. I don't like the way they said that. Don't like the way they said that whatsoever. Let's examine a dessert. A berry cake topped generously with fresh fruit. The whipped cream is perfectly smooth, thinly spread to make the cake more inviting. But some of the berries look oddly dark. A deep red, so dark that it borders on black. Berries that don't occur naturally. Not like that. Frail-looking woman. He used to love this cake. Even now, sometimes, I swear I feel him sitting beside me again. The way he looked. The way he spoke. Examine the drink. Red wine, poured into delicate glasses, glows under soft candlelight. The aroma is full-bodied, almost heavy. It clings to the air. Man in the coat. An excellent wine. It feels worthy of reverence. I guess we sit at the table. As I sit, something strange happens. Everyone, except me, lowers the head in unison. This Frail looking woman. They're praying softly to each other. They're saying grace. I realize, too late, that this is a prayer. I left my hands to join, but then it's over. They all raised their heads, perfectly, simultaneously. I am uncomfy with all of your looks, but specifically you two. I don't know why it's you two that gives me the heebie-jeebies, but like, you two, just, I don't know. Also, you notice they're wearing white, they're wearing black. What is this? What is happening? I didn't notice that the first time I played this game, but I sure do notice it right now. Also, she said she wasn't expecting anybody. This is a lot of food to be not expecting anybody. I still don't like any of this. The air does not warm with gratitude. It congeals, as if something dark is being appeased, not thanked. Frail looking woman. Since we're all gathered here, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? Callie! Please call me Callie. I'm the owner of this house. These days, I write mystery novels. It's been a chaotic time for me. That's why I came to this excluded place to focus solely on writing. Callie, but I'm glad to be here with you all. I hope your stay is comfortable. We have choices again. You said things were chaotic. May I ask what's been troubling you? We have, writing mystery novels sounds amazing. What kind of stories do you write? We have, does writing give you comfort? Is there a story behind this mansion? Was your husband a writer too, or eat the onion soup? But let's get as much information as we can. You said things were chaotic. May I ask what's been troubling you? That's... My husband passed away around this time last year. It was sudden. An accident, said Callie. I'm sorry to hear that. Callie, it's alright. Even after he was gone, everything here stayed in place. The table, the clocks, even the air itself. Sometimes I wonder if he's still here. Does writing give you comfort? I like that question. Callie, when I'm writing, I can forget reality, just for a moment. My characters cry in my place. Sometimes they die in my place. Sometimes I feel more alive inside them than I do in my own skin. I understand that as someone who writes and does writing role plays and stuff for a very long time, I absolutely understand that statement. I absolutely get that. Callie, even when I tell myself it's just a job, it always ends up this way. Was your husband a writer too? That's a good question. Callie, no, he wasn't interested in that sort of thing. But he was very observant and natural at watching people. Callie, now then, shall we hear from the next guest? Stalin. I suppose it's my turn now. My name is Stalin. Okay, so he is... We got that accidentally earlier. I think that was sort of a mistake on the demo part, but that's okay. I'm a doctor. Stalin, I was on my way back from an urgent house call. Perhaps stepping into this villa was the Lord's will. Very interesting. And he's wearing the white, so like, is he like a good side? And they're like, not? Because like, it's the Last Supper behind them, we're having dinner. She said she wasn't expecting anybody, but there's full dinner here and a wine. This kind of feels like the Last Supper. Sullen, thank you for letting me catch my breath here. May his light and protection rest upon this house tonight. I don't know, man. We have options again. Do urgent calls like that happen often? You seem like a deeply faithful man. Was the patient you saw earlier okay? Do you also do volunteer work? May I ask what faith you follow? And then eat the salad. I don't know what would happen if I just kept eating things. Cause when I played this the first time, I was trying to get as much information about the individuals as possible. So I kept them talking until they stopped, and then that option, or eating or drinking, was not an option anymore. Okay. So I may come back and do this part again, see what happens if I just eat and don't talk to them. Do urgent calls like that happen often? Yes, quite often. Especially when the moon begins to wane. Solemn, when you work with life, every second is a tightrope. Was the patient you saw earlier okay? Solemn, his condition was critical, but by the Lord's grace, he pulled through. Solemn, still, the words he spoke as he awoke have me haunted since. What did he say, you ask? Solemn, they're still there. I'm still trying to understand what he meant. Still there. I have a suspicion he might be talking about us five. This really is Clue, in many ways. Do you do volunteer work? Do you also do volunteer work? Solemn, of course. Often on the outskirts, places people forget. The abandoned, the lost. They need healing too, even if they never ask for it. Like me? Solemn, that's enough for me, I think. So the sharp-eyed woman, her name is Belladonna. Ugh, what a load of crap. Belladonna. You've heard the name. That's enough. Belladonna. Shitty weather, shitty roads, the shitty mansion. There's an order to how a day goes to hell. Let's be real. Piss me off tonight and someone's really gonna regret it. Belladonna. That wasn't a joke. Got it? Seem pretty stressed out. Is it your boss? What do you do? You mentioned a ruined schedule. Was it important? That boss of yours sounds awful. What kind of person is he? You sound really angry. Eat the chicken. Let's give you guys all the information. You seem pretty stressed. What is it, your boss? What do you do? Belladonna. I'm a personal secretary. The idiot I work with couldn't tie his shoes without me. Can't schedule meetings, can't answer mail, and yet he still expects me to follow him into conference rooms. He must have noticed I've gone dark by now. Is he looking for me? Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter anymore. You sound really angry. Oh, playing detective now. Yeah, I'm angry. I'm pissed off. But this is my baseline. This is me calm. Belladonna. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Lately, my head's been foggy, hearing strange things in my sleep. So shut your mouth before I lose it and actually kill somebody. Someone. Belladonna, that's it. I'm done. Push me any further and I will snap. Ah, finally, my turn, says Reeves. Reeves? Revers? Reavers? It's not Rivers. I don't know. Reavers? I don't know. Rivers? Revers? Revers? I don't know. Anyway, this is the suspicious looking man. Ties loosened up now. Finally, my turn. I've been dying to join the conversation. Anticipation, after all, makes the reveal that much sweeter. Rivers. Reavers? I'm gonna have a hard time with your name. Pleased to meet you all. My name's Rivers. Reavers? I don't know. What it means, I'll leave it to your imagination. I'm a numbers man. Some say I'm too good at it. But what I really do? I read the currents of human desire. That's weird. So we have someone that like reads current desires, and then we have someone that heals. So like a little bit of the opposite thing. Also, it's weird that I can see him still sitting here, because like I'm seeing double of him, and that's really weird. Rivers, behind the mask of quote-unquote accountant lies much more than people suspect. Problem is, when you're that good, people come looking. One such idiot's been tailing me. So I took a detour, ended up here. And I must say, this evening's sharpen up to be delightful. Let's hope it stays peaceful. Who's the idiot chasing you? What kind of accounting do you specialize in? I didn't know accounting was so risky. Do you think something's going to happen tonight? Mr. Reeves, you seem awfully composed, almost like this kind of situation seems familiar. Eat the cake. Yeah. What kind of accounting do you specialize in? Anywhere the money flows, I follow. Corporations, private funds, offshore holdings. Money always speaks first. And me? I've got a good ear for secrets. Okay. Who's the idiot chasing you? Oh no! Intriguing question. But if I name names, well, someone might not survive the night. Reavers. Don't look at me like that. I'm joking. Mostly. Knowing too much, you see, can be dangerous. I didn't know accounting was so risky. It is, if you're good at it. One digit out of place, lives ruined, people imprisoned, some disappear. And me? I just watch. And I feel conflicted. Counting isn't just numbers. It's the art of gift wrapping secrets. And sometimes, I admit, I get the urge to tear the wrapping off. Everyone sounds very weird. Okay, it does. It sounds very weird. I just... Everyone comes here with like a heavy baggage of some sort, I think. She's like in the mourning process. He's like God-fearing healing man. He's like, hey, numbers. People have secrets. I like that. I like secrets. I like money. So he's like greed. She's like rage, wrath, basically. So they're like representative of the 7 deadly sins. I don't know what these two would be. I would say she would be like lust, but like she's not that lusty. And I didn't say the other word. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Pride, maybe? Or if maybe I'm pride. I don't know. I'm just trying to connect the dots a little bit more. Do you think something's gonna happen tonight? Do you think something's gonna happen tonight, you ask? Mr. Reeves. Let's see. A storm? A remote mansion? Strangers? A lavish feast? Textbook setup, isn't it? But that's the scary thing about cliches. They only exist because reality keeps repeating them. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. That's really true. So who do you think would disappear first? As for me, honestly, I don't care. I'm the type who has to see the story through to the end. Silence. All eyes turn to me. Candlelight flickers, casting distortion shadows on the walls. It's my turn now. Callie, would you tell us a bit about yourself? Do I have to? Seems like that. I help people, charity donations, things like that. I do volunteer work when I can. Helping those in need is something I care about deeply about. I was on my way home from work tonight, tired, but it felt fulfilling. This detour wasn't planned, but I'm glad I've met good people here. I don't think so. I don't think that's a good statement at all. We don't know them. Clearly, these two have homicidal tendencies already. I don't know about you two. You both weird me out. I was just trying to click off the thing. Again, I absolutely love this art style. It's so moody. It's such a great day for this too. Even though I have to do this again, it's fine. I really wanted to show this off because I absolutely adored every part of this. I do volunteer work when I can. Callie, that kind heart is rare these days. Belladonna, ugh. You know, you help people you don't even know exist. That's not virtue. It's self-pity. Reeves, that's true. Sometimes we don't even know who's the needy are anymore. Solemn, just be careful your compassion doesn't become a way to justify yourself. Very weird statement. Very weird. I was on my way home from work tonight, tired, but it felt fulfilling. And I think that's the best part of what we could do. Sometimes we don't get the jobs that we dream of, but as long as they're fulfilling, to some extent, that's all that really matters. That's all we can do is our best. Callie, you do look exhausted, but I wonder what might be hiding behind the fulfilling smile. Excuse me? I ask. You ask. Character. Belladonna, people like you never move without purpose. What made you crawl all the way here? Reeves, will your stay here become just another memory? Or something more? Solemn, the Lord remembers all labor. Let's hope tonight is not your final act of service. This detour wasn't planned. That's my trauma, I guess. People often misunderstand me. That's my trauma, I guess. I don't know. Let's do this one. I mostly help people, charity donations, things like that. Callie. Oh, how lovely. That's strange. Meeting someone like you here in a place like this. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Nope, I didn't mean to do that. I clicked by accident. Sorry, guys. Rich, huh? Spare me the humble brag. Sorry. Humble brag? Reeves, and I assume you've had all your taxes handled correctly? If not, I can be discreet. uh, no, I ain't trusting you. I don't like this statement either. This detour wasn't planned, but I'm glad. I've met some good people here, Callie, and I'm glad to have met you. Perhaps this will become a good connection. Solemn. All of this may be his plan. Perhaps we are meant to be here together. Belladonna. Good people? Please. You're just making things worse. Shut up already. Reeves. Oh, I'm sure that it wasn't planned. But sometimes, without knowing it, we walk into someone else's story. What do you mean by that? You guys all seem to know things that I don't know. Maybe I do know. There's not a lot of backstory, really. People often misunderstand me. That's my trauma, I guess. Solemn. Such wounds often make us hurt others without realizing it. But the truth always rises. Eventually. I pray the Lord reveals your innocence, Solemn. My innocence of what? Of my trauma? Huh? Very confused at that statement. Belladonna, don't care. Not interested in your sob story. People aren't misunderstood for no reason. You seem to be very angry for no reason then. Reavers. Trauma, huh? That makes sense. For a perfect excuse to cover the truth. Don't you think? Callie. You must have gone through a lot. I hope this place can offer you some peace. I don't know, has it offered you any peace? Can I ask follow-up questions to all of this? Drink the wine! Alright guys, I guess we're drinking the wine. I take a sip of the red wine. The rich aroma of dark fruit fills my nose, spreading warmth in my chest. It's my kind of wine. Heavy, full. But by the third sip, a metallic tang creeps in. Faint, but unmistakable. Like rust. Oh god, I am cringing so hard at that. I knew it was coming. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. How long does it take for wine to spoil, turn to rust? That seems like it takes a very long time. The candlelight flares through the glass, glowing a deep crimson. It looks like fire. Or blood. My throat feels parched. Probably just nerves. But the seconds drag on like hours. The conversation winds down. Callie. What a wonderful dinner it's been. Now then, let me show you to your rooms. Callie. Dr. Solemn. I remember. Your knee trouble. There's a guest room on the first floor. It should be easier for you. Do you guys know each other? Seriously? I remember your knee trouble. I mean, it's possible he doesn't live far away if he's on-call doctor. Maybe he was the doctor for her husband who passed away accidentally. I don't know. Solemn, thank you, madam. Good night, everyone. Solemn surveys his room once before disappearing with his bag. Callie, there are a few more rooms upstairs. Please follow me. We trail behind her upstairs. The second floor feels colder. Older. The air itself has weight. I really do like all these details. Like every picture is really cool. I really absolutely enjoy this game tremendously. I do need to pause real quick. So I may be skipping ahead here, but I gotta be right back. And I'm back. Alright. Callie led the way, showing the guest rooms on the second floor. One by one, Belladonna scuffled, making no effort to hide her displeasure, while Reeves took his time, leisurely surveying each room. Rivers, this one looks cozy. While everyone else is still thinking, I'll claim this one. That room is recently furnished. It's quieter, more comfortable. Although she looks hesitant, Reaver steps inside with a grin. Miss Belladonna? Perhaps this room. What the hell? This one stinks! It's damp and gloomy, Belladonna says. Callie, I'm sorry. It has everything you'll need. I promise. Bella glares, but stomps inside. Callie, as for you... This way, please. Her face reddens slightly as she opens a nearby door. This room is strikingly different. Lavish. Almost too much. We prepared this one for special guests, but please don't misunderstand. I just wanted you to be comfortable, even if it's only for one night. Very weird. Well then, good night. She leaves. Silence only reigns, tapping against the window remains. Before I can explore the room, someone barges in. It's Belladonna. No narc, no shame. Her glare could cut glass. Seriously? This room's way better. Switch with me. Now. Ask why. Check Belladonna's room and agree to switch. Whoa. I don't really know if I want to test her patience. I gotta... ask why. Wait, what? Why should we switch, you ask? I think I need to know. Belladonna, are you deaf? I just said this room's better. I'm not sleeping in that moldy box. My head's already killing me from the dust. Check Belladonna. Agree to switch, I guess. Honestly, I didn't want to switch. But I also didn't want to provoke her. It's just a room, after all. Hopefully for one night, right? Alright, let's switch. Huh! Should have said that from the start. Now move! Slam! The door shuts behind me. So it's come to this, huh? Well, it's not that bad. The mold smell is pungent, sure. But the rest of the room is functional. Tidy, even. It's near the stairs, too. I like that. Maybe it's just the kind of person I am. Always needing to know the quickest way out. Which could be the window. I mean, threw the pot out the window and there you go. Can't tell what kind of painting that is. I think that's a Jesus painting here. There's another painting here. I think that's a lamb and a baby? The lamb and the baby? I don't know. Now things have calmed down. It's basically free time. So what do I do? Let's explore the room. The room is smaller than I expected. Bare bones. Crude. The furniture creaks with every breath I take. The wallpaper is peeling at the corners, and the place I wouldn't have noticed unless I was looking at it. Dust cakes the floor, thick, untouched. Outside, the window only shows black. The storm has swallowed everything. The rain lashes against the glass, its rhythm getting sharper, more precise. Did anyone actually live in this room? I don't want to stay here very long. I sit at the edge of the bed, letting the silence wrap around me. That's when I hear it. A sound from the hallway. A dragging sound. Oh, I don't like that. I don't. Slow, strained. Something like pulling a wounded body, or dragging wet fabric across a metal floor. Very specific. You. What was that? I hold my breath. The sound stops. But everything's still here. I can feel it. My eyes turn on instinct towards the door. The handle is moving. Very slowly. A delicate twitch, as if someone or something is testing it. It's just my imagination. The wind, maybe. Or I swallow, but my throat is dry, bone dry. I force myself back into bed. I lay there still, try to sleep. I don't think I'd be sleeping. How long have I been asleep? I open my eyes to a room soaked in shadow and damp. The rain hasn't stopped. It lashes against the windows, but the mix is now something else. A sound that doesn't belong. Oh god. This could be, because of the storm outside, I would look out the window and see if it's a tree branch scraping against the glass or like the siding of the house or something. I would be like looking out the window. I know you can't see anything. He said it was black, but like, I don't know. I would be like, oh yeah, that's a tree branch against the window. I try to stand. My limbs groan under me, and something feels wrong, as if something unfamiliar is clinging beneath my skin. My insides feel sticky, foreign, wrong. I don't like any of that. Ah! At the sound of the scream, I bolted to the first floor. The moment I reach the living room, the world holds its breath. Reavers, or what's left of him. It's not even a corpse. It's a shape, a shell. The skin blackened and brittle, like scorched paper. The body collapses in on itself, as if it shrunk from the inside out. I have trypophobia, so I can't stare at this very long without wanting or feeling the need to vomit. So I'm looking elsewhere. As if something is draining him, evaporating him. Only the husk remains. But the worst part is his face. His eyes. No, not eyes. Just gaping holes. Black and wet. And something inside moves. Oh, God. Callie. This is a dream. It has to be a dream. A dream. A dream. A dream. A dream. A dream. It has to be. Callie, please help. Please help. Please help me. Please help me. Please help me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Please save me. Please save me. Save me. Save me. Save me. Save me. Ah, that's a lot of panic. She's panicking. Lots of panic. Callie collapses against the wall. Her eyes won't focus. She's not even looking at Reeves. She's looking past him, at something beyond the body. Something else. Oh, what now? Solemn. Calm yourself, madam. Let me examine him. Solemn kneels beside the body, trying to maintain composure. But even he falters. The grim line of his lips trembles. Solemn. And this wasn't an accident. No. This was something more horrific. Solemn. The killer must be among us. Belladonna doesn't even blink. Not at the body, not at the blood. Instead, her eyes track to the rest of us. Cold. Measuring. Her eyes lock into mine. Huh! Dead's dead. Doesn't matter to me. All of this is noise. All this noise is a waste of time. It's always the loud ones who vanish first. Which is kind of not wrong. Then, a sound. Rustled. Like pages turning. It becomes from beneath Riv's body. A single piece of paper slides into view. Stained in red ink. It reads. Expenses. Income. None. Expenses. Body, mind, trust, existence. Balance. Error, 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 error. This is a lot of errors. Like, probably 16 errors. I'm not gonna repeat all those. But, yeah. I inhale sharply, but I'm not sure if it's a breath or a scream. What just happened? My head is spinning. And then I hear the sound of rain. I sink slowly, endlessly, dragged down with no end in sight. Familiar voices murmur all around me, whispering, echoing. Something leaves a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. The sound of those marks is trauma. You. Uh, are you alright? Says the man in the doctor's coat. You must have had a rough time in this dreadful weather. My clothes cling to my skin, soaked through, damp, unpleasant. I lean back against the car seat. Why am I here? The memory is gone. I feel like waking up from a long dream. And yet, there's something oddly familiar about this sensation. Rain pours down the thick sleet outside. It drums loudly against the car window. Despite that, the inside of the car feels strangely cozy. The man in the doctor's coat. Now that I think of it, there should be a handkerchief in the glove compartment. It's not particularly clean, but please feel free to use it. I bought it for you! That's not what he said last time. That is not what he said last time. Oh, yes, so I did know of this twist because I've played all of this before. But, again, I really wanted to show this off, so I'm doing it again. Ah! Right. I glance towards the man in the driver's seat. Just looking at his face puts me strangely at ease, like someone I've known for a long time. I open the glove compartment with a puzzled hand. Inside are a few personal items. A glass case, a hat, a handkerchief. Ordinary things, but oddly feel familiar. I take the handkerchief and quietly blot away the moisture. Still, the dampness that seeped into my underclothes leaves a lingering discomfort, which is also not what he said earlier. Something else before. All while the man drives on, completely unaffected by the foul weather. Would you mind turning on the radio? We didn't do that last time. Sir, would it be alright if I turn on the radio? The man in the doctor's coat. Go ahead. Do you have a preferred station? Any station is fine. In that case, let's hope for something calm, says the man in the doctor's coat. He turns on the radio and calmly adjusts the dial. A melody begins to play, bringing a faint warmth to the air inside the vehicle. But then, the music cuts out. An ear-piercing screech bursts through the speakers, laced with strange static. It sounds like rusted blades dragging against glass. Hideous. Unbearable. Ah! What the heck was that? You ask. The man in the doctor's coat. The man switches off the radio, yet the sound seems to linger, clinging at the edge of my hearing. Man in the doctor's coat. It must be bad signal. Let's continue in silence. Through the rhythm of the rain beating against the window, a different sound creeps in. Low, ominous, like a whisper buried in the storm. I know it instinctively. This is a noise. Something terrible is happening. I meet the man's eyes. The air in the car suddenly feels very heavy. Too heavy. Man in the doctor's coat. I think I heard something. Can't say I like the sounds of it. Wait here. I'll go check. Usually in horror movies. That's usually a bad thing to say. Yeah, he grabs an umbrella. I don't think he had an umbrella last time, but he may have. Steps into the store. The rain continues its relentless assault on the car. He returns slowly after, his expression clouded with a mix of frustration and concern. I'm afraid the road's been blocked by a landslide. The rain must have triggered it. Quite an unfortunate turn. A man in a doctor's coat. It'd be wiser to find shelter for the night. Driving in this kind of weather could lead to a serious accident. Carefully, gripping the wheel again, the man slows down, his eyes scanning the roadside, drifting towards a dense forest beside us. And then, Through a curtain of rain, a building emerges. Hidden among the trees, an old mansion slowly reveals itself. He stops the car and looks at me. Like an old villa, but the lights are on. Someone's home. See if they're willing to help us. Knock, knock. He knocks on the door. No response. Then, with a low creak, the heavy door swings open. No sound of a lock turning. Frail-looking woman. Hello. What brings you here on a night like this? I don't think she said that either. Man in the doctor's coat. Forgive us, madam. The storm has blocked the road. We had no choice but to seek help. If you have a spare room, we'd be grateful to spend the night. Frail-looking woman we know as Callie. Oh, please, come in. The woman, delicate in presence, lets us in without hesitation. I wasn't expecting visitors, which we know is a lie, so I'm a bit unprepared, which is also a lie. So, is she a liar? I'm pretty sure that makes her a liar. No need to worry, madam. No need to worry, madam. If anything, we should apologize for showing up so suddenly. Where look at woman Callie. No, it's fine, really. It's just tonight feels like a bit more unsettling than usual. Man in a doctor's coat. We'll be quiet. We don't want to trouble you more than necessary. We know these two questions, so I'm just gonna look around the house. The mansion still bears trace of former elegance. Layer of dust. Footsteps and faint whispers. We know that. Portrait on the walls feel too lifelike. Yep, talked about that one. This way. There's a room you can rest. Frail-looking woman. I'll bring some hot tea. Which she doesn't actually do. We don't have tea at dinner. We don't have tea at all. So again, makes her a liar. Heavy footsteps. We have Belladonna entering again. Owner. Let's soak through. Let me crash for the night. And then we have Reeves, I think it's Reeves. Yes. You're being followed. Yes, I'm on the owner. Everyone's staying. You don't mind you. I hope you could all stay tonight. We're grateful regardless of the circumstances. Is she the ghost? Or am I the ghost? Is everybody a ghost? I really have no idea. I don't know. Before I can respond, the woman returns to the now shut door. Her hands tremble ever so slightly. The soaked intruders begin to dry off with towels. Finally, able to regain some composure. Dinner time. Sorry, but would it be alright if I registered in my room first? I'm not feeling well. I make sure my voice sounds faint, letting fatigue color my expression. A frail woman we know as Callie. Oh dear. What's wrong? Are you feeling very ill? It's probably just exhaustion. Really, I'll be fine, you say. It's a shame though. The dinner you prepared looks so thoughtful. I wish I could try it. Oh, not at all. If you're not feeling well, of course you should rest. Yes, you should take proper rest, Solemn. Which should be Dr. Solemn, but it's fine. Belladonna. How dramatic. Suspicious looking man. We know it's Reeves. What a shame. But don't worry. I'll make sure your share doesn't go to waste. Enjoy your rest. Also, no one else ate. Which is why I picked this choice. No, when we ate last time, no one else ate. We didn't see anyone actually eat. So, I'll show you to the guest room on the first floor. It's spacious and quiet. You'll be able to rest comfortably. So we're getting his room. Callie gently guides me into the room on the first floor. It's wide and warm, with a soft bed and a cozy chair. She makes sure I lie down before she leaves, her face still etched with concern. You. Something's not right. None of this feels right. Knock, knock. Knock. Who is it? Come in? Door opens. It's the man from the car. He's carrying a small bag, looking at me with quiet concern. It's me. I heard you weren't feeling very well. As a doctor, I just couldn't ignore it. I appreciate your concern, but I'll be fine. Thank you. I'd like you to check my condition. Let's do that one. Of course, please. Tell me what feels off. Well, it's nothing too serious. Just a bit heavy in my chest. My body feels sluggish. Probably from the lack of sleep last night, I think. Let me see. Let me take a quick look. He calmly checks my pulse and then listens to my heartbeat with a stethoscope. His touch is practiced. Yes. Gently. Professional. As I thought, you're not suffering from any serious illness. You can rest easy. Though it seems like you're under considerable stress. You should relax. Let your body recover. Yeah, telling someone that they're stressed out. Duh. But telling them just to relax, you should just relax. Any anxiety you're feeling, just relax. Take a deep breath. Yeah, I could if I would. Good if I could. Man and please wait here a moment. A short while later, he returns carrying a steaming cup of tea. Okay. He hands it to me with a faint smile. Miss Callie prepared this tea for you. Should help soothe your body and mind. I hope it brings you a moment of comfort. Please drink it and find peace. The Lord is with you. Have Solemn drink it first. Yes. The white steam curled from the teacup feels strange. His kindness feels too polished, too deliberate. Would you mind taking a sip first, sir? I know I'm being overly cautious, but I can't help but worry. If that's what you need, of course. I promise there's nothing unusual in this tea. Did you watch her make it? Or did she just hand it to you and say, here, take it to him? He lifts the cup and takes a small sip. I watch closely. Nothing seems out of place. Take the cup in his hand, its warmth seeps into my palms. The aroma rises, brushing against my nose like a whisper. Oddly enough, I feel at ease. A sip. The warmth spreads through my chest, relaxing every tight muscle. It's warm. Thank you. The doctor, solemn. I'm glad. I truly hope this brings you relief. Now that I think of it, we haven't properly introduced ourselves yet. My name's Solemn, as I mentioned before. No, you did not. I'm a physician by trade. Tell me, are you at all curious about what was discussed at dinner? Should I know? Should I know? You know I'm not feeling too well. I don't really care for the idle chat at the moment. That's fair, but still, knowing a little about the others might prove useful. It's wise to know who and what you're dealing with. Again, very cryptic words. Are you warning me? You ask? Solemn, not at all. Just a bit of advice. From one guest to another. Now then, whose story should you like to hear first? Let's do Reeves. The man in the dark suit. He looks suspicious. That's Mr. Reeves. He introduced himself as an accountant, but by the way he studies people, it's unsettling. Every time our eyes met, it felt like looking into a mirror, which that's another creepy thing to say. He might already know more about us than we realize. Well, that's strange. Strangely, I already know this. I know it might sound strange, but I feel like I already know all of this. Oh? You must have heard us near the dining room earlier. No, that's not what I meant. Miss Callie mentioned she'll prepare breakfast in the morning. You'll likely meet Belladonna and Reeves again then. Perhaps that will be a better time to speak. Yes, because I shoo shoo. Each time, each of us arrive here carrying different burden. See, that's what I was kind of thinking. Whether this ends in a simple coincidence, I honestly don't know. Solemn, but once morning comes, if the rain lets up, we should leave together. I'm staying upstairs in the room nearest the stairs if you need anything tonight. Don't hesitate to come find me. Now, rest well. May your night be peaceful. Thank you, Doctor. Good night. Solemn quietly closes the door behind him. As I watch him leave, a strange feeling creeps in. This is all too familiar. Not comforting, but unsettlingly familiar. What is this feeling? Something about this house. It feels wrong. I shouldn't be here. I need to get out soon. The rain grows louder, and so does the strand wrapping around my throat like a noose. Lie down and sleep. Look around the room. The room is spacious and clean, but old. Dust clings faintly to the heavy antique furniture. Wood creaks beneath the floor. The paintings on the wall are faded, eerie. Stain marks of the peeling wallpaper as if something is hiding beneath it. That smell again. Something's not right. Can I really relax here? And the front door. It's probably still unlocked. What if someone comes in? A cold sweat creeps down my spine. There's no way I'm falling asleep to this. Like this. How long have I been asleep? My eyes open, but darkness fills the room. No, not darkness, not just darkness. It feels like someone's watching me, swallowing me. The air is wet. My skin is damp with cold moisture. Outside, the rain still feels still. Endlessly, relentlessly. Like the world is trying to scrub itself of its sins. It can't wash away. I sit up, but it's like I'm piloting someone else's body. A familiar strangeness coats my skin like film. My joints creak, brittle, and my heart beats out of tune. Discordant and wrong. Ah! I sprint to the second floor. My feet splash through something wet on the stairs. I don't look. At the top, I see people clustered around the door. And I knew through that space, Solemn, collapse. But I already knew. I knew I would find him dead. Oh boy. Solemn is dead. He's dead. 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 Dead? Dead. 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 He is. No, that's not me. I'm. His body is mangled beyond belief. As if devoured by rats and insects. Gross. His skin is riddled with holes. Ugh. His eye sockets, ugh. Teeming with maggots. Right. Ugh. Gross. Uh, a rat leaps from his mouth and scurries into the dark. That is so gross. Chunks of flesh hanging loose, exposing bone. A black beetle gnaws at the meat. The sound, wet, snapping, makes me want to vomit. Yeah, that whole thing makes me want to vomit. This can't be real, Callie says. It's a dream. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. She's panicking. Please, someone save us. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. But she can't look away. Her wide eyes, Psalm's face is reflected perfectly. Meanwhile, Belladonna stands apart, not in horror, but as if observing. She barely even looks at the corpse. Her eyes are on the rest of us. Dead. Just our luck. This was bound to happen. It always happens. What are you talking about? Belladonna, there's no going back now, because we, quote unquote, we don't exist anymore. What are you talking about? You seem to know a lot more about this place than I know about this place. And Rivers, his shoulders shake. He's laughing. Wow! To see a murder scene up this close, I can't lie. It's fascinating. Yeah, you're a psychopath. Now then, who did this and why? Things are starting to get Interesting. What just happened? My head is spinning, and then I hear the sound of rain. A faint figure approaches through the darkness. Familiar. It looks just like me. There's a smell of rot. Something leaves a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. The second kind is raw emotion. You, the man in the doctor's coat, you're awake. Are you alright? This weather has been merciless. You've had a rough time. My clothes cling to me, damp and heavy. That miserable sensation again. I'm slouching in the car. See, I know too well. I must have nodded off, but everything feels too real. My wetness in my hands, the cold pressed in, the rain pounds on the windows, the rhythm of it, the way it crashes through the glass. It's like the same. Even this oddly cozy space feels just like the car from last night's dream. I believe there's a handkerchief in the glove department. It's not exactly fresh. Please use it if you'd like. I bought it for you, which is very weird. I see. Man behind the wheel, his posture, his movements, even the way he looks at me. Every detail lines up perfectly. It's uncanny. Inside the glove compartments, the contents haven't changed. Glasses case, a hat, handkerchief, each one too familiar. My heart sinks, cold and hard. All while the man drives on, completely unaffected by the foul weather. Oh, let's see. Say nothing. Wait. Excuse me, but you know me. Sir, is it happening again? Who are you? To be honest, you're scaring me. Please take a different road. Let's do this one. Please take a different road. It won't change a thing, but if it makes you feel better, very well. The car turns off to a narrow, winding road. The smell of damp forest hangs thick in the air. Rain slaps endlessly against the windows. Something about this scenery feels familiar. Sir, doesn't see the past seem familiar? Didn't we already pass through here? It's probably just your imagination. These roads tend to look the same, Solomon said. Same trees, the same road, the same trees, the same road. A sick certainty grips me, like I'm trapped inside a terrible loop. One I can't escape. Get out of the car. Let's get out of the car. I'm sorry, sir, but could you please let me out for a moment? Man, Solemn, the weather's still terrible, and there's not a house in sight. I'd like to take you somewhere safer. That's alright, it's just my stomach feels off all of a sudden. I thought some fresh air might help. Solomon, is that so? I only wish to ensure you to reach your destination safely. Just a little longer. We are almost there. So I think I will come back and do some of these other ones. Cause I haven't done this. And like, so everything is a little bit different each time. And like, you have different choices that kind of takes you on the path. I haven't done this choice. Oh, do I stay in the car? Do I get out? I'm gonna stay in the car. Alright, you're right. Sir, I trust you on this. Sorry for the fuss. Solemn, a wise decision. I'll make sure you get there safely. The man resumes driving as if nothing happened, but the uneasy feeling lingers. Something tells me this may not have been the right choice. The car rolls on, swallowed by the rain. Through the rhythm of the rain beating against the windows, a different sound creeps in, a low, ominous, almost like a whisper buried in the storm. Oh, the road's closed. Feels too heavy. I hear something, don't like it. Gonna go check. They are going to the house. Skipping this. I'm afraid I'm a bit unprepared. We already know this. This ends that interaction, I think. This way, there's a room where you can rest. Bring some hot tea. We have Belladonna and Reeves. Let's go to the dining room. You must be famished. I suppose I got a bit carried away. I didn't do... Oh, so when I played this by myself, I did do this one. And I'll show you what happens here. Before anyone could react, I grabbed a knife and drove it right down into my throat. Hot blood spilled across the table, twisting in agony, choking on the pain. I could feel myself dying, and all they did was watch. They just watched me die, like I was part of the show. If you're gonna die, just get it over with, said Belladonna. Frail-looking woman. Callie. So, what happens this time? Solemn, remember, death is only the beginning. Reeves. Boring. I was hoping you'd be more entertaining. Am I just a prop to you, guys? Wait, this isn't what I wanted, not like this. What just happened? My head is spinning, and then I hear the sound of rain. More and more voices, a writhe murmur. Or are they screaming? Something cold brushes against me. Something leaves a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. The third kind is old habits. Ugh. Man in the doctor's coat. You're awake. You alright? Another stormy day. You've been through a lot. Again. My clothes are sloped, clinging to my skin. The wretched feeling. I'm slouched in the same car seat. What just happened? That dream. It was awful. And yet everything feels vivid. Too vivid. The wetness on my hands. It's real. Rain lashes against the windows. Even the sound of it is like mockery. The cozy warmth of the car curled into a cage. Now that I think of it, there should be a handkerchief. Bought it for you. He sees through everything. Everything's in the glove compartment. Did I wipe my sweat with the same handkerchief? Did I really see the first aid kit? All of it is just the same again and again and again. Let's take a different road. Again. Another road, you say. Very well. Let's see if there's truly another path left for you to take. Car turns off to a narrow, winding road. The smell of damp forest. Okay, yes. Didn't we already pass through here? Just your imagination. Same trees, same road. Same trees, same road. A sick certainty grips me, like I'm trapped inside a new. I can't get. Let's get out of the car. We're gonna go out of the car this time. Get out of the car. I can't do this. I'm getting out of here. I'm sorry. Wait! It's too dangerous to get out now. I dodged out his reaching hand and throw the door open, leaping out into the wet, uneven roadside. I feel my feet slap against the soggy earth as I run blindly forward. Behind me, I can hear his voice, calling after me, but I don't look back. The rain pounds harder. Something thick and wet begins slithering through the darkness. It's close. It's coming. It's behind me. Something huge, heavy, dragging itself. God damn it. What the hell is this? Don't you follow me. Don't! Then the wet, dragging sound stops, just behind me. And then... Oh! I never saw this, guys. Oh, I didn't do this. Agony clamps down on every nerve in my body. My vision drowns in red. What just happened? My head is spinning. And then, I hear the sound of rain. Everything begins to blur together. The past, the present, reality, delusion. My body grows heavier. Something leave a mark, no matter how hard you try to erase them. The fourth kind is unshakable regret. Gah! Are you alright? Another storm returns. You're always come back to the same place. Solomon. You're smiling now. Dream or not, I've reached my limit. Mentally, I'm already at the edge. But what can I even do anymore? The sound of the rain outside, the thrifting warmth inside the car. It feels like a cruel joke. Everything about this feels unbearable. Handkerchief. Am I at the palm of his hand? He's smirking now, and I don't like that. The glove compartments. Every detail's the same, meaningless repetition. Oh, let's see. I just want to escape this awful deja vu. Please, it feels so familiar, like I've lived this already. I can't take it anymore. Am I just dreaming? Is that all this is? My whole body trembles. I cling to the last shred of sanity and plead with him. He doesn't even flinch. Deja vu, you say? Some things etch themselves so deeply, they never fade. Like invisible scars burnt into your mind. He looks away. There's something unreadable in his eyes. Something I don't understand. Don't want to understand. I think I'm insane. I think I'm going insane, or maybe I already have. My whole body shakes. Fear, not anger, starts to take over. What happens to me? Is this a dream? Is this real? Am I just losing it? While I spiral, our eyes meet. We haven't gone mad. Not yet, says Dr. Solomon. This car is safe. It won't inflict pain you can't endure. I stare blankly ahead. It feels like I have to accept whatever comes next. Whatever future is sealed inside this car. Through the rhythm of the rain beating against the windows, a different sound creeps in. Road is closed. We've done that already. Alright. Alright. I will be right back. This is for me. Okay, future me, I am back. Let's continue. Solemn. Let's see if they're willing to help us. We already did this. Look around the house, which ends this thing. I wonder what would happen if I ate everything. Go to the dining room. Sit at the table. We already cut our throat. Or, yeah, I already did that. They're praying to something. See, that's the thing, too, is like they are praying at the same time, the same length, like they know who they're talking about. I'm the outsider in that part. Eat the onion soup. Drawn by the rising steam, I take a spoonful of the clear onion soup. Warmth spreads down my throat. It settles in my stomach. The sweetness of the onion and the rich broth blend in perfect harmony. Then there's a strange, earthy scent beneath it all. Like the mustiness of an old cellar. That sounds gross. Oil floating on the surface catches the candlelight, shifting unnaturally. Like something's alive, twitching beneath the surface. Do you like it? Her tone is gentle, but her eyes are cold, as if she's waiting for a very specific reaction. It's probably just my imagination. I'm starting to think I'm her husband. Now then, shall we hear from the next guest? I didn't even answer her. I'm gonna eat the soup. I spear a leaf and take a bite. The greens are crisp and the dressing is tart and refreshing. At first, it's pleasantly sharp, as it should be. But then, a strange fishy scent just seeps in, like raw innards. How would I know? Rank and metallic. There's a puddle under the salad, tinged red, dark red, not wine, not dressing. It's just a part of the dressing, right? I grow the vegetables myself. I wash them myself too. So fresh, right? I nod silently. Something feels wrong. That's enough. Belladonna. Okay, I'm gonna ask her something. How do you end up at this mansion? Oh, I hate that question. You think I chose this place? Rain came down out of nowhere, cut the road off, and somehow, here I am. Was it fate? Was it set up? Honestly, it's like something out of a movie. It's done. I'm done. Push me any further and I will snap. Okay, that's not very helpful. I'm gonna eat the cake. I take a fork full of sponge cake and lift it to my mouth. Moist cake, soft cream melt together on my tongue. The berries are tart and fresh, brightening the sweetness. But beneath it all, there's a musty, mold-like odor. So there's up behind the sugar like a bad memory. One of the berries has collapsed, smeared, broken, almost rotting. Something oozes from it, sticky, dark, like the guts of a dead insect. Again, how would I know? Ugh, interesting flavor. I wouldn't mind a nightmare every night if I came to a dessert like this. Wouldn't mind a nightmare every night if it came to a dessert like this. Yeah. It's not spoiled, is it? Silence. All eyes turn to me. Candlelight flickered. Now it's my turn to talk about myself. I think I did everything. Did that end this too? My innocence. Trauma, huh? The wine. Which we did last time. So... remember your knee trouble. Okay, so he's taken that room again. We trailer upstairs. Older. Okay, we already did this. Well, Reeves gets this room. Belladonna this room. Okay, are we gonna have to switch again? Okay, so we're in this room again. Keep this room or switch. Okay, we know what happened last time, right? I don't know if it can happen again. So there's that. I have no idea if it could happen again. I'm gonna agree to switch rooms. I wonder if it would make it happen again. Lie down. Driven by fatigue, I collapse in the bed. The sheets are coarse, the fabric itchy against my skin. That musty smell punches straight through my nose, mixing with the dry, heavy air. That sounds awful. But maybe it's unfamiliar space. My chest tightens, my stomach churns. That's probably all the bad food I just ate. This room, something's off. Still, I'm too tired to keep looking around. Even if I can't sleep, I have to try. Alright, let's see what happens now. How long have I been asleep? Okay, that's the same. That's the same. Oh god, okay. Let's see if we can do anything here. Ah! Okay. It's where we... Okay, I think it's where we sleep. So we got Reeves dead again. So we've done that already. To be continued! Okay, so we did have a repeat there. Can I just load from certain spots? Oh. Not really. Well, I thank you all so much for coming with me on this journey again. I did have to record this twice because the video did not work. And now I have to edit this one. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more endings, I did have another one that you guys didn't see. Uh, a death that you guys didn't see in this one, and we had a repeat, so. Anyway, I think it depends on where your room is. I really love this game. That's why I played this again for you guys. Plus, I knew that there was new things to do. That's why I went back and did this. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the commenter who let me know on my video that it was not working. I don't remember what your name was, but thank you so much. I hope this works. I love this game. I can't wait for the full thing and wonder how many combinations of things can happen. Um, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.